Okay, so we're back with more Claptrap. Last time we left off, we killed a bunch of people who tried to who tried to attack our town, and now we're going to collect some bobbleheads. I think now we go collect bobbleheads. Actually, no, I think we get the wire device first. So when I first picked up this mission, I assumed the bobbleheads were like nothing like the money currency that we pick up on the floor, because if you have noticed, some of the money is not just money, it's also like little bobbleheads that has Marcus's face on it. So I just assumed that's what they meant. I didn't think they had like specific bobbleheads that you need to go collect, which is the actual like what you need to go do. You actually have to go collect like certain bobbleheads, which is weird. It's just an odd fetch quest, considering we pick up bobbleheads as we go along and use that as money. Which I thought was cool. It, like, you know, varied the currency that we had, but bobblehead, I don't know, it's a weird fetch quest, because like we collect bobbleheads, why don't we just like hand him a few that we owned? I mean, I don't need what, $1 million, $2 million. How much money do I have in this game again? It's like ridiculously high. But we do go and we go get the wire device, which I think Blake said in the last video. It's a wireless device called Wired, and yes, they'll point that out several times, just in case you don't get the joke. What are we looking for? Okay. I just wanted to check that door, apparently. So this area, there's a boss that spawns. We've already fought the boss before. I don't want to spoil which one, because there are quite a few bosses in this game. But there's a boss fight that spawns when you get a mission. I didn't remember that at the time of recording this, so I was like, oh, I'll just, you know, I'll walk over, see if it spawns, and I think I kind of spoil which boss it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious once you see the thing. You can be like, oh, that's right. Oh, and that's another statue we need to go collect. That's just for an achievement. I think that's the one where he's acting like Castro. Almost Cuba, like he's acting as the entire Cuba. Yeah. But yeah, I do sort of spoil this boss, so I apologize. Sue me. I just didn't realize that we actually needed the quest for it to spawn. I thought it just spawned automatically when we fought it. But yeah, shooting a patriarch with a roast did not seem to be working out well. I'm pretty sure spider ants are the only enemies in the entire game that if you shoot them enough, they'll like spin around and like show off their critical point, which is actually pretty cool, because a lot of enemies have really awkward critical points. Oh, and this is funny. So they made that entire area, but you can just sort of like walk over that way, and that's when I first time I realized that, and I was like, wait, can I just do that? Because look how big that area is. It's like they designed this massive area, and all I did was just walk in this tiny little section. So I was like, I must have missed something, and then that's when I remembered the giant boss in the middle of the little circle you guys saw on the map. It's right in front of us, and I was like, aren't I supposed to fight something here? I remember something. And then I saw the rack, so of course I had to shoot down rack, because rack are stupid. Yeah, I don't like rack. But they do drop purples though. It's a shame that I don't need any more items, because all these items kind of suck. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kill a few rack before I show off with the bosses. And of course I gotta loot all the ammo and money that drops. I really wish we had like a better loot system in this game. That's one of my biggest concerns. And I picked up a shield. Yeah, that was the boss right there. I point that out as much as I can, and I assumed that if I went down there I would, you know, spawn the boss. So I just had to do this like YOLO jump up there. It doesn't do anything, it just sort of sits there, but it looks like a rat's nest. So put 2 to 2 together, rack boss, a rack based boss I should say. which boss head we're actually gonna show. But that apparently is a side mission that I had to go pick up that was not available when I was looking for side missions, which is weird. Not sure why. I don't know. The side missions in this game feel weird, like oddly spaced out. Because you would think that you would get the same mission, or more missions for the same area, so you can all do it at once, but they like going back to those areas. And it's not a bad area. The only problem with it is I can't jump over this bulldozer. But there's a lot of like backtracking and stuff, which isn't bad, but it's just, it'd be easier and less time consuming. I just feel like they padded out fetch quests, which most RPGs do, but I don't know. Witcher 3 has some pretty decent side quests that all have like a storyline. They aren't just like, hey, go kill that monster because you're a monster hunter. It's more like, oh, that monster killed that person's mom. That mom turned out to be a werewolf, and you know, be like, what? I don't know. I don't think that's an actual storyline. If it is, it's part of The Witcher 4, and I've just inspired an entire new game. I'm just saying, I might be a god if that happens. Yeah, but a lot of RPGs have like these random fetch quests, like the bobbleheads. I think WoW is the most famous. World of Warcraft, it's the most famous RPGs that has like really random fetch quests. But then again, most MMOs do. Again, a real shame. Sometimes I'm just like, why am I collecting bobbleheads when I have massive guns trying to save the entire world from a robot apocalypse? Try to put 2 to 2 together here. I got a good reason. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe. I mean, besides the fact that you get money and experience, I'm not really sure what else I would do it for. I don't know why I stopped over my revolver at this point, because the shotgun does way more damage to like literally anything. Revolver takes way too long to do anything, because it's very accurate, and it's like kind of pinpoint accurate. Which is also why I like the spider ends, because, as I mentioned, if you shoot them enough time, they get dazed, and they allow you to see their critical spot. And as I said earlier, there's a lot of enemies that have really awkward critical points. The purple-looking worms, where their eye, like the tiny small point on their face, is a critical point, and that's so hard to shoot sometimes. And then there's a few bosses in Borderlands 2 that have some really annoying critical points. One of them is the Tor campaign. I'm not gonna spoil who or what it is. You can watch when I upload it, because I have finished recording that. I haven't uploaded it yet, but there's a really annoying boss in that one that has this tiny like critical point, and then I think once you shoot all the critical points on it, it still has a bunch of health that you still have to kill, so it gets really annoying after that. More items that I don't need. Shall we not revenge? I don't think that's proper English. One thing I do like is the fact that they have turrets at their location, at their like bases. It makes it feel like they actually like are defending their bases. Because, you know, just spawning enemies and having me fight enemies doesn't really make it seem like that they're in control. They just seem like they're just standing around waiting for enemies to come. The fact that they have like turrets, as annoying as they are shooting them with snipers because of the like sway you get when you get hit, because that is so annoying sometimes. It makes it feel like, oh, this is their base, they're trying to defend it. You know, they're not just standing around waiting for someone to show up. But yeah, the sway you get when you get shot, it's really annoying. And it makes sense because, you know, you're getting shot, your shields are going down, so you would probably be like, you know, feeling something moving around. But it's just like, it's so annoying. Using a sniper seems like you only have to use it once during a fight, and that's to like either initiate it or kill someone. But usually there's like 7 or 8 guys, or even more than that sometimes. So like using sniper mid game, or not mid game, but just in a fight in general is not fun. It's not easy, which is why I don't know why they dedicated an entire class. The Mordecai, he's their sniper, but it's hard to use a sniper. I don't know if he gets like skills that would help him like stop the motion sway. I don't know. It just seems a little hard. That's my own take on it. I'm not asking for like a Call of Duty where it's like you just like I don't know. If you play Call of Duty, I don't know. I don't use sniper rifles in Call of Duty. I can't really blame, or not blame, but talk about it too much. Anyway, regardless of that, we are now heading towards another boss. Coincidentally enough, after my boss rant.
See how even your mightiest warriors crumble at the feet of the Claptrap revolution. Yes, I know we don't technically have feet, but that's really besides the point.
Ironically, he says that the mightiest warriors, but this person was already dead, so...
The key works. Soldier, get your team ready to go inside while I finish off. Wait, where am I? What happened to the vault? Why is this hole here?
That's right, it's Commander Steel, the chick from the story game. The one that stole the key and then tried to open the vault and then died from the monster. She's back, and we actually get to fight her now. I would say that would be a cool thing, but she fights exactly like the assassins did in the General Knox, so there's not much different from that. Like at all. So she's generally easy. There's not real like fun.
Let me die with my dignity. Check me out. Yeah, get down.
I don't know. I felt it weird that they brought Commander Steel out back from the dead. Just like out of every boss they could have done, they could have made a cool giant like robot that defended the wired device, but they brought Steel back and they made her into an assassin. I forget what they're called. I thought they were just not Hyperion assassins.
What? They've got the wired device? Too bad there are no plugs here. What do you mean it's wireless? Evolve the stupid... No matter. Let the oppressors come. Wait till they get a load of me.
Like I said, they're just gonna keep making the joke. The wired device is called wired, or the wireless is called wired. And then this is pretty. It's a cruel trap or a cruel like trick, but I'm an idiot. So in order to get there, there has to be like a box missing, right? But they put a box, like a loot box, at the bottom of that. So you're supposed to jump over this little gap. For some reason, I didn't put that together when I first ran in here. But there's no point to me looting anything in this game anymore. And the red box, by the way, was a rocket launcher, I think. So at this point, I was like, I don't need anything. I still go around looking for stuff. Like right there, I wanted to see if it was behind there. But at this point, I have pretty much the best weapons, at least in playthrough 1. Best weapons I can find, at least. And obviously, you have to have these or else you're going to have a shittier time. It's just that out of everything I've collected so far, these seem to be the best, and I haven't really found a need to change that. There hasn't been like, oh, look at this one's like 20 times better. It's more like, oh, look at all these whites and blues, which are the lower side of the loot scale, if you're wondering. I feel like they should have had like a progressive looting system. It's like, oh, you're now level whatever. You're to find more blues after level 20, or find more greens after level 25. Because there is a level cap in this game, so I assume they should have done, or they should have at least had a better looting system. I understand the whole like, oh, we have a gazillion guns. Look at us, we're so cool. Which is, it's pretty cool that they would try and make so many guns. Most of the weapons, I wouldn't say are the exact same, but they're very similar. You know, there's certain designs that will repeat. The real thing that changes are stats and the first thing in their names, which determine said stats. So technically there's a gazillion guns in this, but most are either the exact same thing or either the exact same design or just slightly better versions of what you already have. And apparently I cannot pick the right way to go. That's a shame. So now we have to make our giant trek backwards over this giant like bridge with a bunch of claptraps. It's a good place to farm components. Not as good as the factory area, but it's pretty close. So we will do that next.